If the world appears this pill, this is so amazing. It can help us promote 100% intelligence. Normal brain can become the most powerful brain. When you see anything, you can remember all immediately. Looking through a martial arts movie can remember all of it. Negative energies are all gone. Such miraculous pills need a failure case to test. Eddie is a failed middle-aged writer who has no idea for his upcoming article. One day, Eddie was walking down the street, then he met his ex-brother-in-law. He is working at a drug manufacturing facility. Then he gives Eddie a transparent pill and says it works incredibly miraculously. One capsule costs $800, but it gives Eddie a free. When he got home, he was extremely curious and immediately took the pill. Just finished taking the pill, the lessor came to ask for paying the rent. It is at this moment that the pill takes its effects. His brain started moving at full speed. Every detail of the girl was amazingly clear. Then Eddie confidently told her that he knew she was upset about her essay writing. The girl feels strange and said how he knew that. Eddie said he saw in her packet an antique book. Seeing a corner of the book is enough for him to remember the entire contents of it, which he had seen 12 years ago in the library. Eddie said that he will help her write a dissertation, which made her change her attitude completely. Thanks to Eddie's super intellect, he helped her to finish writing her dissertation. By the way, he had a passionate night with her. At night, Eddie returned home and found out that his house is a mess. He quickly arranged everything in a perfect way. Eddie then sat at his desk and began to write his incomplete novel with a head full of ideas. When he woke up in the next day, the drug expired, and he returned to his original state. He took the script he wrote last night and handed it to the publisher. She was extremely surprised and wanted him to continue writing. He thought of a way to get more pills and immediately go to his ex-brother-in-law's house. He was horrified to find out that his ex-brother-in-law had been murdered. He rummaged through the room for searching the pills. This time he was extremely lucky to find a pile of magic pills and a large amount of money. He took a few pills right away. Since then, his brain has been working at full capacity every day. In just 3 days to play the piano fluently, flirting with a girl is extremely skilled. Since then, he walked on the sublimating path of human life. Wherever he was, he became the focus. When he suddenly encountered thugs, he immediately displayed the martial arts he had seen on television. He quickly got into the upper class. Therefore, he wanted to make money quickly. So he borrowed $100,000 with usury and learned to play stocks. In a week he earns $2 million from investing in the market. He fascinates a woman who had rejected him as a loser. Eddie began to become ambiguous as well as forgetful. He knows that this is a side effect of the magic pills. He had to take the pills continuously for those symptoms to lessen. One day he found out he had run out of pills. He couldn't understand the numbers he wrote down. He found the phone number of the person who sold the magic pills before to ask if they still had some. From the information he had, Eddie knew that everyone who used these pills all died or became seriously ill. He kept calling, then he suddenly heard a phone ring next to him. He learned that someone was also looking for this pill. Eddie rushed to run away. He went to find his ex-wife. Right now, she no longer has the gorgeous look as she used to be. She looks very bad now. It turned out that she had also taken the pill and was tortured like this by its side effects. She used very little and had stopped taking the pills for a long time. His ex-wife even said that he should stop using it slowly or he will die. If he stopped using this pill immediately, he was caught by the loan and stole the last of his pills. He suddenly remembered that he had hidden a bag of pills at his ex's house. He came to find her and told her all the truth. The ex could not have the heart to see him in such misery, then she took medicine for him. But on the way, she meets someone who is trying to steal the pills. She tries to find the help from 2 young men, but they are stabbed by the pills robber. She was extremely scared because she had no way to run. She calls Eddie and he tells her to take a pill. She had no choice but to do that. She was instantly transformed. She looked around and had a plan right away. She looked at the skates in a rink. She immediately ran out into the middle of the ice rink. The assassin chased after being stabbed in the face by a little girl's ice skates. She successfully escaped. She brought back the pills and saved her ex-boyfriend. So Eddie is on the verge of death, regaining his peak form. He hired 2 bodyguards to protect him and kept the pills in his pocket. He discovered that a hotel room was hacked and bought a super anti-theft house. The camera was arranged everywhere. But even that, his enemies were growing more and more. The lender came to find him asking for more pills. It turned out that the person next to him was also a spy and his pills were stolen. When he found out there were no pills left, Eddie went home and was arrested by the lender. He took out a needle to inject the magic pills directly into his blood vessel, so the effect would be higher. When they were destroying his safe, Eddie stealthily got a knife. He looked for a chance to stab the lender with it. He thought he would die too, but suddenly saw blood flow from the lender's body. What do you think he will do? Wait until the other two found out Eddie was still lying on the floor. However, his miraculous power is back. He jumped up and stabbed one person's eye with a needle in his mouth, fired the other. Finally, he finished handling them. He bribed the former assassin, fired the lawyer who robbed his pills, and got back the lost pills. He even went to a scientist to rebuild the pill. A year later, he reunites with the old boss, Carl, while running for congressman. Carl said he knew Eddie was on the pills, and that he demolished the produced lab. He wants Eddie to obey him. However, Eddie replied that he had stopped taking the pills a long time ago. Now his brain has been renovated, so that he is no longer dependent on the magic pill, and is still working at full capacity. Carl does not believe. Eddie pressed Carl's chest and found out he had heart disease. Too magical. Carl is no longer a rival of Eddie. He left angrily. Then Eddie went to a restaurant to have lunch with his girlfriend. He answered the waiter using Chinese. He joked that paper towels could not wipe off his stained hands. The story here is the end. Thank you for watching. Follow my page to watch more film reviews.